ain't bad.
I got to be honest.
If you think this is Tuesday, you would be wrong. It is actually Sunday. I'm Renee Bray. This is
Not Rene Bray.
my partner, Flip Orley. We are Road Comics Adventures.
And this podcast is live.
We decided to come on today because we're back home in Lafayette, Louisiana.
It's Sunday at like 2:30 in the morning.
Yeah, you did a phenomenal job of getting us home
Was about a week ago.
because you woke up on Sunday morning and said,
Well, at that time, I didn't know if we were going to make it, and I wasn't going to promise it. I just said we were going to try to make it, and so.
But it became obvious. It didn't take us very many hours, and
once we got out of like snow and cruddy roads or whatever, and it was going to be sort of smooth sailing. What I said was, providing there's no construction, car accidents, or some bad weather event, if the roads are clear, we'll probably get home today.
And you did that beautifully.
1,200 miles later.
What was it? 1,172 miles from the hotel door to the
house door.
And I got to tell you, I don't do any of the driving. I do a lot of the sitting. I do a lot of the bitching, and I do a lot of the flair.
Oh, I know what we're missing.
By
the way, there's no bitching. That's absolutely inaccurate. That is not true.
Flair.
Look how much. When you turn on all the lights, it's amazing how much better things are.
Yes, but now look. See, it's funny because you always say to me, you're going to make everybody sick.
Well, that was unintentional.
I know.
Y'all take some Dramamine and deal with it.
We're kind of like riding on a ship. Who we got with us?
We got Darlene Bean.
Oh, Darlene.
Thank goodness.
How are you? I got to see Darlene at the fundraiser.
Thank goodness it wasn't today. You have been stuck in Wilmington, is what she just said.
Oh, we left Wilmington, and the next night we were in Minerva, Ohio, and it was really cold up there. And I was home.
Well, we knew when weather was coming. If you travel for any reason, in this case, and we've been doing this most of our adult lives, but if you travel for any reason, you always know to kind of keep your eye on the weather, and more certain times of year than others.
And thank God, weather has gotten so much better now than it used to be when you and I were starting.
Oof. I mean, honestly, even when I was really conscientious in my 20s and 30s, there was not nearly the number of resources available today that would allow you to sort of know what to expect and what roads to avoid. And, can you go direct? You have to sort of go around something. So it's easier.
Yeah, it's a lot easier. Because we're not nearly as dumb as we were when we were young. Individually.
Dumb and also probably arrogant.
Yeah, I mean, and here's another thing too, a little bit desperate. One of the things you may or may not know about entertainers is if we don't make it to the show and we don't perform, we are not paid. So a little bit of snow, and by a little bit, I mean a blizzard, we're going to get to the gig. Back in the old days, that meant everything to me.
Well, it's true. But the funny thing is, so again, we have to be, it's the standard contract verbiage, ready, willing, and able. So we have to be there. We have to be in good shape. We have to be ready to go. So if it turns out the crowd doesn't show up because they're worried about road conditions, we fulfilled our end of the contract. But if we don't show up for any reason, then we don't get paid.
Yeah, this isn't like we work for somebody who goes, oh, wow, everything was really bad outside. We wouldn't have wanted you to come. They'd be calling you on the phone. It's happened to me where I'm in the middle of a blizzard or a hurricane.
Right.
That happened too. And they go, hey, you are still coming, aren't you? Yeah, can be there.
I was booked in Arizona. and there was a hurricane coming right for either Lake Charles to Lafayette, somewhere around that area. I had to leave 3 days early to get down I-10 before the hurricane showed up, not knowing if my house would exist when I got home or not. But I literally, because I knew they didn't care in Arizona. I mean, it's not they don't care, but they didn't care in Arizona.
But honestly, they don't care. They care about one thing, and not that they in always heard the show must go on and had no idea what that meant. Well, and it's funny because I look up, I believe my daughter is on here. She will tell you as she's been in the car.
Oh, Ashley is, as is Holly Janine, as is Tina Roberts. So 2 out of 4 happen to be family.
Yes, and I believe we saw you know who. Who's our favorite podcast viewer from Wilmington? Yeah.
Is
I think she's farther up. I think she won an award this week.
She really?
Yes, she won an award. I can't remember exactly what they call the award, but let me tell you, they can't give Book Bag Becky enough awards for everything.
No, she just got such a good heart.
But to continue on with what I was saying, my daughter will tell you, come hell or high water, we were getting to the gig one way or the other. I've been sick as a dog. So have you.
Oh yeah.
Everything's been horrendous.
So real quick, here's an aside before we get back to the story. Like everybody, I guess, east of the Mississippi, cold weather has I blame Canada. I don't know if it's their fault or not, but I choose someone.
I'd say Canada's as good as anybody. I don't think the cold weather's coming in from, the Caribbean.
No, that's true. So you know what? This is Mark Carney's fault, and if it wasn't Mark Carney's fault, if this was a year ago, it'd have been Justin Trudeau's fault. As far as I'm concerned,
I'm still good with it being Justin Trudeau.
Well, you know what? Yes. Nonetheless, so everybody, including us, but our neighbors across the street have covered their any plants they want to save.
Yes, they just planted a bunch of new trees around their driveway. Just had it done like a few weeks ago.
So they have like sort of this opaque plastic coverings over maybe 20 trees, and it looks like ghosts in the front yard.
I did. I was laughing. I said to Flip when I looked out the other, they have the trees covered in plastic. We're back to Halloween. The dog is losing her mind.
Absolutely, she's gone crazy.
She's like, who is walking over there? And why do you two idiots seem unconcerned?
By the way, Ashley, she didn't say she panicked. This is my editorializing. But she said, I just saw y'all were alive. Now I'm using the words, so I panicked. She didn't say that because she said, I thought it might be Tuesday.
That's how you...
she didn't panic. I wanted to say she panicked. It's more dramatic. If it bleeds, it leads.
And aren't you excited because now you actually know my daughter?
And I'll say, I said it to her, I think in person, certainly on the phone, and now I'll say it for the world to hear, could not be to finally, after many, many months, meeting only Ashley and her lovely husband, the adult man who has an S at the end of his name because he's the adult.
Jonas.
Yes.
Son-in-law, who I love him. He is really something. If you guys go to our YouTube page, you will see that I posted the pictures, and I got to actually see my
loving, wonderful grandson
leave from the Air Force. He just happened to be home, and it worked out so good. There she is.
Hello, baby. Yep. So anyway, it's so funny. We were talking about not missing gigs, right?
Right.
So I was going to work at the time. There used to be an improv in Baltimore, and it was just basically near or right at the Inner Harbor. And again, I live in Louisiana, so now I've become quite the hurricane watcher from like June 1st to November 1st. And so it's like 2 weeks out, and a hurricane headed straight for Baltimore. And I contacted the club. I was supposed to be there for 2 weeks, like Wednesday through Sunday for 2 weeks. And I said to the manager, I go, look, I think you're getting hit by a hurricane, but it's still 2 weeks out. And he goes, no, we'll be fine. Is the place.
The target, yeah.
And I'm just throwing that out there because I don't, if it goes where they say it's going to go, you're not going to be able to be open. And he goes, it'll be fine. So a week out, I call him up. I go, the cone of uncertainty is now definitely saying it's not just going to hit Baltimore. It's like the eye is aiming at Baltimore. And he goes, we'll be fine. 4 days out, I said to him, I go, look, here's the deal. If you say you want me to come for the second week only, I'll do that. Don't pay me for the first week. I'll reissue my airline ticket. It'll be fine. I'll come do the second week. I go, but if you tell me that I have to get on a plane and come to Baltimore, if you end up being shut because of the hurricane, I want to be paid. I want to be paid every nickel. I want every dollar coming my way. And that'll be fine. I go, no. You're not going to be open. Like I'm telling you right now, you're not going to be open. And I'm happy to forego 1 week's pay and show up for the second week and we'll do shows. And he goes, he didn't say get your ass on a plane, but he said get your ass on a plane. Day before I left, I go, hurricane is going to be tomorrow. It's definitely hitting Baltimore. And if I get on the plane, I may not even make it.
I'd have told you to stay home just so I didn't have to listen to the speech again.
And I said, look, don't pay me. I'll stay home. And he goes, get on the plane. I got on the plane. I got to Baltimore a half hour before they closed the airport due to the hurricane. I got to the hotel and I literally watched the hurricane blow into Baltimore. And I got a bird's eye view from the window I was at. And it blew so much water from the Inner Harbor up. People were kayaking down the streets in Baltimore. I have pictures.
Well,
kayaking.
The guy is Hurricane Andrew. You remember that one that was coming into Miami? I was working for the Funny Bone in Atlanta with Happy Cole, one of the great guys of all time. Great guy to work with. Here we are. We're both Florida comics, right? And he's flying, I'm driving, and we're getting ready to head back to Florida. I'm working in Miami the next weekend. And we looked at it, and he goes, I don't think you got a gig next weekend. I go, me either. And he was supposed to get on a cruise ship the next weekend.
Oh, wow.
And he goes, I don't think I'm working either. And we sat and we watched it. And, if he's not on that ship and I'm not in that club, we're not getting paid.
Well, you want to know the kicker. So we didn't do a show. Like, even if they were open, they had no power, the roads were flooded. But even if they could have done shows, nobody would have shown up for the shows because there was a hurricane, actually a fairly substantial hurricane that hit Baltimore. We did do shows the second week.
So if he'd have just listened to
you.
No,
when he went to pay me, he didn't pay me for the first week. And when I said, you didn't pay me for the first week, he goes, we didn't do shows. I fought with him for at least 2 weeks and I think close to a month. And when he finally begrudgingly paid me, it was with these words, you'll never work my club again.
And you go, you're damn right.
Yeah. And then they went out of business. To pay me. And then I went and he didn't.
Yeah. It's traveling isn't all that fun at its best. And at its worst, it can be a nightmare. So anyway, what we're saying is we're happy we're here. I don't know if I finished this sentence.
I'm so sorry. Go ahead.
No,
I'm making points.
And
I don't mean brownie points. I mean, I'm giving my opinion on stuff.
Yeah, go figure. That hardly ever happens. I'm so glad. Actually, we do this to each other at home all the time, and it's kind of fun. But what I wanted to say about my family and posting pictures, the one thing I've really enjoyed about last week and our trip on the road was all the people that we know that I got to see. My friends from high school, you got to meet some of the people that we talked to on here. Book Bag Becky, my friend Janet, who runs D&G. As a matter of fact, Janet doesn't know this, but the miracles that she worked with, Storm.
Less than an hour.
And we have pictures of all those people. My friend Jeanette Browning, I hadn't seen her in years. Kim Current, she works for the Paws Humane Society. She's a volunteer over there. We got to spend some time with her. all kinds of people. My daughter, my son-in-law, I got to meet my granddaughter-in-law to be.
Well, you got to meet your grandson's girlfriend. And what happens going forward? She was a delightful girl. And it's up to those.
And they didn't ask either one of us for relationship advice.
Did not. And, I mean, oddly enough, the two single people have been divorced, some more than others. And they didn't happen to ask for our sage wisdom.
But then we went, he did 2 beautiful theater shows.
The World Theater was stunning, and the people there could not have been nicer. And then followed up after doing the show in Wilmington, which was a wonderful fundraiser and so much fun to do with you. I did the Roxy Theater in Minerva, Ohio, which was also a beautiful theater.
And my friend Adam came to see me.
Yeah. Well, he said hi to me too.
Yeah, we have a picture with you, actually.
Really?
Yeah, him and I.
Well, I'm saying he did come to say hi to you and hug you, but I'm horning in on your friendship relationships.
No, you're not, because I am thrilled to have my friends meet you.
First of all, let's get to a couple things. Ashley said, I was a little panicked when she saw that we were live. What does Storm think of the cold weather? First of all, here in Lafayette, it's only about 34. So that's not cold, because she last week was spending time in single digits and low double digits. And so she loved it. Although I will say that when we were in Minerva, she is not great on a leash, and she pulled me across some ice, and I cracked my backside.
And where was I?
You were snug as a bug in a rug.
Because, see, I felt horrible, because we all, we do stuff together when we're at home too. But like when we're at a hotel or something, when he goes to walk her, I don't walk her because she's out of control on a leash.
And better now than she was, but still really hard.
Janet told her, that's my door. So now when she starts to go gallivanting out the door, we go, hey, that's Janet's door.
And she seems to respect Janet. Not so much respect for us.
No, but I always walk with them. But as soon as it gets below 65, I don't do stuff.
Then the wussy genes start kicking in.
I'm like, I'm not going out. He'll go, you won't go in? I'm walking. Oh, I really want to, but no.
That's, that makes it sound. What I say is, hey, Rene, it's 64 3/4 degrees. I don't think you should go out because you're just not going to fare well. And she's like, oh, feigning a desire. Oh, but I want to, and we do things to, oh, okay. She I know that you're not going to be good in the chilly weather. Certainly not in the cold. I mean, when it got down in the Ohio area, I was like, I appreciate your enthusiasm. I know that you really want to.
I did want to.
I know you want to, but let's not pretend.
But when she knocked you down, and of course, that happened on Saturday.
After the show, thankfully.
Yeah, after the show. When did you tell me about it?
Monday night, Sunday night?
Sunday or Monday night.
Yeah.
Yeah. And he goes, by the way. So I said, now I've learned my lesson. If you were outside with the dog, I'm going to.
Nope. Oh, what I meant to say is, oh, thank you so much. But you certainly don't have to.
I know I don't have to. I want to.
Translate into, no. And it was, the thing with Storm was my own fault. I don't think I was handling her with quite as much authority in that moment as I should have been.
Did you have the choke collar on her?
We call it a pinch collar because it sounds better.
Oh, it's a pinch collar.
I don't remember.
I don't think it, because it was cold. We had already been a long time at the theater.
Yeah. By the way, it's a pinch collar given to us by dog professionals.
Yeah, and she doesn't seem to mind it at all. As a matter of fact, half the time she didn't act like she knew we were using it.
Yeah. So I mean, we were loving and considerate. It's anyway.
What?
Um.
I can't even gag that one down.
That was
hardly.
hard.
I know.
I do want to make a quick correction.
Oh dear God.
I would like to personally apologize to the a-holes at the Cracker Barrel. When I said their breakfast the other day,
Here we go.
3 eggs, 4 silver dollar-sized sausage patties, and 2 cups of coffee was $27. I apologize. It wasn't 27. It was 28. $28. I said 27. I gave them the benefit of the doubt, but I got my credit card statement online today, and it turns at $28. So there you go. 8 quarts of chili, lovely, wonderful pork chili. 8 quarts.
I almost said something that was gonna.
I know what you almost said. Under 20. Under 20.
Well, I have to tell you. First of all, I've confessed on here. Yeah, I'm a horrible cook. I cook. You cook, and I have eaten so well since I moved to Lafayette.
Well, that's nice. Thank you.
But I used to go out on the road and go, oh, thank God I get to go eat out in restaurants. This will be great because I can have good food now. And now I can't. I just can't. I don't like spending that kind of money. I think it's ridiculous. And I feel like I'm being.
Insert the appropriate word here. But if we wanted to be ultra G, internet friendly,
yes,
we would say taken advantage of.
Yes, I felt like I had been taken advantage of without anybody kissing me or anything. Every time you go to pay a food bill, and I hate that.
And again, this will be the last for the moment. Anyway, I'm going to harp on
well, he says this.
No, that's what I said for the moment. I didn't say forever. Rene and I talked about this at length, and as much as we hated it, we at least were willing to recognize that when they said there was like avian flu or whatever, and they were culling across the country, and they'd killed them by the hundreds of millions, I think. We understood why egg prices went up. We didn't like it. I don't know why there wasn't an avian flu in Canada or Mexico, since again, there's no borders. But
maybe you haven't talked to the twins.
That's a good point. That said, okay, so there's a shortage, therefore prices.
Kind of our church.
Yeah, we're a fan.
I did this when I was in Orlando, and you've done them here, at least since I've been here. We buy 5 dozen eggs at a time. At one point in Orlando, they were $23 for 5 dozen.
Now they're under 10.
Yeah. And a couple of times they've been as low as $6, right?
Well, I think before they've been down to 8, I think. They hover between 8 and 10.
So that's the difference in the egg prices. So why are they so high when we go out, and why have they stayed so high? And if I can buy a pound of Jimmy Dean ground sausage for the same price as I can buy 2 little silver dollar ones, I'm gonna have him cook my stuff at home.
Well, and see, here's the deal.
Do you like how I did that?
I did, and
I started to pretend like I cooked it, but I'd go, Flip. I'm really feeling a little peckish.
I understand corporations have to make money and satisfy their shareholders, and I understand that small business owners want to make a profit, and I understand that employees need to be paid a livable wage. I get all that. I do. But there comes a point where you go, I think things are a little bit at it. When I was doing primarily clubs, and a lot of clubs I'd sell out, I used to ask them not to raise the price, because I wanted my tickets to be affordable to whomever wanted to come see my show. And even though that actually meant in many cases I would make less money, I would rather do more shows and make a little bit less money.
Yeah, but here's the thing that bothers me, and we talked about this the other night. I'm looking at what we charge because most of the time when we go into the theater, they'll say to us, "What do you want the ticket price to be?" And when I say to us, most of the time they're talking to me because I do manage
Correct.
his career. So I speak for him. And I'll tell them he likes to be at a certain range because he doesn't want prices to be too high. And I'm looking at all these prices now, and we're the best price.
Yeah.
And I also think people think if they're not paying more money, then they're not getting the value. I'll tell you what, anybody that comes to see your show will know that any price they pay is good.
Well, I mean, I'm going to work to do everything I can to make it the best show I can, so hopefully entertain everyone. Again, you can't please all the people all the time, always, everywhere. But I'll do whatever I can to make it the best show possible.
Well,
for everyone.
since we've reconnected 49 long weeks ago, I've seen a few shows of yours, and I will tell you, it doesn't make any difference what the ticket price is. It doesn't make any difference how many people are in the crowd. I watch you give 100% every show. Very impressive.
Did I tell the story that I saw Cheap Trick playing Lafayette?
Yes,
Did I tell it on this podcast?
you've told it several times.
Okay,
on the
I thought
podcast.
so. But I mean, again, I compared them to the Fabulous Thunderbirds, which is
Right.
Jimmy Vaughan, Stevie Ray Vaughan's brother. And it was jaw dropping. That Cheap Trick, who sold for whatever reason no tickets, and they played like it was packed and it was an arena. And then I saw the Fabulous Thunderbirds, and they phoned it in, and it really disgusted me.
Well, and we've all, any entertainer at every level has walked out onto a stage and gone, daggone, what, didn't anybody sell any tickets?
Yeah,
to
what
this?
happened?
What happened? But those people that are there paid and they want to see a show. So much like you, I've always believed to give them 110%.
One time, this is years and years ago, I was working at the Addison Improv. Addison is a suburb of Dallas, and it was on Super Bowl Sunday. And I won't swear to it, but I'm almost certain Dallas was in the Super Bowl on that Sunday. And I begged them to not be open.
Please don't make
But
me do
like,
this.
we're not only is it Super Bowl Sunday, but we're in Dallas, and Dallas is in the Super Bowl. Please don't do it. And they're like, we're going to be open. We're going to be. And I was horrified. And I think we only ended up with 30 or 40 people in the audience.
Which is a nightmare for somebody who takes volunteers.
But it was a room
the
that seats 300. We had like 30, maybe 40. And I got on stage, and it's like, in my mind, I'm like, well, these 30, 40 people, they did buy a ticket. They did get in the car. They did get dressed. They did drive out here. And it turns out, surprise, surprise, these 30, 40 people actually knew that it was Super Bowl Sunday.
Didn't care.
Didn't want to watch the Super Bowl. They were in a great mood. They were a lovely group. We had a lot for such a small crowd, a wonderful show. And it taught me something, is that people who went out, first of all, have to suffer because a bunch of other people had something else to do. And, egos aside, you look at the crowd and you go, they came here for a reason. They want to have fun. And I want to do the best show for them I can. And we had a great night. Small crowd.
Nobody's more surprised that I'm doing comedy again than me.
Actually, I think that's a really fair statement.
Yeah. Because I never thought I'd be doing this again. And so all of these shows are going to be good that we do because
we love, honestly,
that's the only thing I'm really good at is making people laugh. I love it. And to get to do it with my best friend, how much fun is that?
I have such a, by the way, Holly Janine said that whole egg thing was a scam.
Yeah, you're preaching to the choir, Holly.
Tammy Trapnell says, hello.
That's right.
Yes.
The house across the street from where I grew up.
Well, join the club. Cynthia Barnes is on.
Hey, Cynthia, how are you?
Nanika.
Oh,
Naniki is on.
Nancy from Wilmington.
I'm using her alias. Ixnay. Man.
Okay. And is Pam Pearson?
Pam Pearson.
Pam is on. Okay. I just want you guys to know that the phone's so far away, it's hard for me to see, but sometimes I'll catch a letter.
And I like rocking. That's why I'll rock up. I'll take a look. I'll rock back.
Well, you do it a lot better than I do because I got to get like right up against the phone. Pam, it's good to see you. I hope you're feeling great.
I know who Pam is.
Yes, you do.
I hope you're over the COVID.
Okay.
She had the COVID, right?
Yes, she did.
I mean, she had some other things that needed some attention paid to.
Yeah, but she did not by us.
No.
Apparently, we couldn't help with it.
No.
We would have if we could have.
But no, she had a few things that she needed attending to. And then she got the COVID. And so we were unable.
We were going to do the show for her on her birthday.
Yep.
In Willville, that we like to call it.
No, not we, you. I don't mind calling it that. It's just, it's not a bad.
By the way, I've been in touch with Greg Hahn. He and I have been texting back. And he said to take referred to you and your brother as very sweet. And he goes, isn't there a third sweet child?
There's Richie and Joni.
And then there's Chuck Cunningham. Oh.
Let's see. I think we're caught up with everyone. So let's see. So how with the weather? I know that west of the Mississippi, I think it's fairly normal, I think. But we've had the weather, not even the Weather Channel on. By the way, can I give a shout out for weather-wise?
I'd like to try to stop you to do it.
So
do you promise to tag him when you post this?
Sure.
Okay.
So Rene mentioned to me, this is when weather issues had come up previously, and then especially this one currently, that there was two people she really followed on the internet. One is a guy named Ryan Hall-Y'all.
Yeah.
Whom we like very much. But the one that I've been really following is Max Velocity. And it's like, I think he said it was like a 23-year-old young man.
Yeah, he's very young, but boy, is he good.
Really good, really smart. I guess he started just doing weather on his own on a computer. And over time, especially within the last year, it's really blossomed. And he's got like 12 employees, and they've got weather chasers all over the country.
We don't have any employees.
We have no employees. Well, we have
a couple of interns that work for us.
Yeah, but they rarely show up. But if you are really interested, especially with weather events, whether it's like the Snowmageddon kind of a thing or hurricanes, either one, you're not going to go wrong. But we've really been hooked on watching Max Velocity. He is smart. He speaks like real plainly, like you understand everything he has to say. He's got different people.
No hocus pocus weather. Ooh, this whole cold front's moving from the meat in the end.
And he's not hyping stuff for extra eyeballs. He's not like doom and gloom to scare people. It's just real basic, matter of fact, nuts and bolts, helpful information.
Because we have already had, we were supposed to work this coming week. We were supposed to be on Friday night in Smyrna, Tennessee. That gig's already canceled. They've already said, look, they're outside in Nashville. They are basically ground zero.
I think over 90% of the Nashville area is without power. And I think it's close to now 95%.
Right. That's what they said earlier today. I think that was the right call to make, because even if we can make it there, do we really want these people struggling to get out to a show on Friday night? They've been going through this for a while.
Yeah, they're going to have to deal with power outages, which could go from hours to days. Broken pipes is another whole issue. But yeah, and so
many of you have actually done that. I know in Wilmington, not a lot have, but he and I have both lived in hurricane areas. We at one point lived 11 days without power. It's miserable in the heat. I can't even imagine in the cold.
Yeah. By the way, Tammy said Jeff's had his Tonka toy snowblower out twice. There's a lot of snow in the boarding house. High this week, they say, will be 20. Pam says 8 inches on our side of Willville.
Wow.
Holly Janine, who's just being a show off here at the point, says it's perfectly sunny and 70 degrees in Ahwatukee, Arizona, which is a suburb of Phoenix. isn't it?
Yes, Holly, I have a bird friend I'd like to send you.
Oh, I bet you have 2 of them.
I bet you have at least one. This is what you're getting because it's been raining, Holly Janine, here at home since yesterday morning.
Yeah, we've had over 24 hours of rain. And this
I'm
evening,
sorry, did I take a breath?
I was joining in.
Well,
I'd like to be a part of the action.
you know, you set me up for a beautiful line right there. I was ready to deliver to. And then I realized it's Sunday afternoon. Probably not church worthy material.
That's very possible.
But Holly Janine, it's going to drop down to like 20, which means our backyard is going to be an ice skating rink. That's me taking a breath.
Oh, we're going to have probably, I actually have heat on. We have well water source on in the pump house, which is where the water pump is. And we're probably
I don't know nothing about that stuff.
We're have to drip water tonight and to make sure the pipes don't freeze. So again, we don't have it anywhere near as bad as Indiana, Ohio, Kentucky, northern Louisiana, a good
Tennessee.
part of Texas, all of Tennessee, the Carolinas.
Yeah, and see, our Friday night in Tennessee is already canceled. We have a Saturday night in Seneca, South Carolina, which is teetering by a thread. And if things weren't already screwy enough, football games, they've got us booked. They've got him booked to entertain the crowd in Mobile. And right now they're under tornado warning.
Yeah, yeah. There's this weird, I don't understand weather. I just, like I understand weather. I don't understand what causes it. So we've got this northerly cold air flow dipping down in the United States, but this warm, wet air coming up from the Gulf, and it's doing its
stop because we're the last time we did weather videos, I wound up soaking wet in places that I shouldn't have been.
Oh, you absolutely should have been.
It should not look like I was the leader in a wet t-shirt contest.
Well, you got a gold ribbon.
I'm gonna kill you. And the next weather video we did, you pelted me with cans.
Now, again, in my defense,
but before you say anything, if they go on to our YouTube channel, it's clearly marked behind the scenes of the hurricane video, and they can see you throwing stuff at me just before you say anything. I just want you to know.
Okay, in my defense, what is not on because it happened prior to the behind the scenes video was,
you know what? It's funny. There's not a lot of shovels left for you to use because people are shoveling for snow, but I appreciate the effort.
The Rene wanted me to use full unopened cans, 12-ounce cans of carbonated water. She's like, this will fly through the air like nobody's business. And I said, I'm not going to pelt you with a 12-ounce can of carbonated water.
And what did I say?
You go, but it'll make for a great video. And I think what she's doing is she's looking for a reason to have me arrested for domestic violence.
No, I actually thought that the cans would fly better and you wouldn't have to throw them so hard.
Oh, the cans would absolutely fly better if they're full. I don't know if you know this, but an aluminum can does not weigh much. It's fairly light. So if you want to get from point A to point B, you have to put some mustard behind it.
We have actually had to have a conversation. Here's one things.
True.
Easy, sometimes not so easy conversation, but we all talk, right?
Yeah, of course.
So one night I'm talking about something and I look over and he's got this blank look on his face. Not the same blank look that he usually.
Oh, wait, a flock of seagulls.
But he's got this really weird face and I go, Flip, what's wrong? And he tell him what you said.
I don't even know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
No, seriously.
About you don't know I'd filmed before or after I called the
Oh,
ambulance.
that. Okay, yeah. Okay, this requires some backstory, which she won't want. To her credit, the Rene has become much better than she ever was and much better than I'll ever be at social media, at having a phone handy, at recording stuff, at putting up silly videos. Like when I inadvertently was forced by the Rene to jump into a box at Costco. She was Johnny on the spot with her phone to record it. And so she's been really good at that. And so she keeps
You can't even make eye contact with
No.
me.
But the point is,
Do you know how red your face is?
oh, look, they're flying south for the summer, for the winter. So the thing of it is that she has her camera ready at all times, and she's always wanting to record. And there have been a couple times where we talked about, like, if she got hurt, she's like, you'd record it, right? And I'm like, no, I'd come check on you. She's like, I'd record you. And I'm like, if I was hurt, she's like, I'd record you first, and then I would check on you second. And I'm like,
no,
I'm paraphrasing, but yeah, kind of. No, I mean, I actually do that. This was the jokey joke that she had been making repeatedly.
I would put a tourniquet on after I filmed the blood squirting out.
This is the kind of thing she was saying. So at one point, if I'm choking on food, and then discussing, it's like I'm pretty sure you would Heimlich me before you'd pick up the camera. Like I'm 99.9% sure.
And at this point, I realize he's serious. And I go, oh my God, Flip, of course I would.
Well, I mean, again,
and then he points out, and he goes, yeah, but when I pulled my hamstring, you were filming. And I go, because I didn't think you pulled your hamstring.
I was limping for weeks.
Getting out of the recliner.
I was limping for weeks.
Yeah, but you did it getting out of the recliner.
I wasn't even getting out of the recliner.
No, I was trying to make it sound a little bit better.
How does that make it sound better?
But just so everybody knows, I would call for the emergency people.
But after telling me
they were on their way, I would be filmed.
But after telling me 1,000 times that, and not only telling me that she would go for the camera first before attending to me, she has out and out fussed me for saying that I would attend to you first before getting the camera. Absolutely. So, like during this one conversation, this one time, I'm like, hey, I don't think you'd get the camera, but I think there's maybe a little chance. And she was so hurt. She's like, I can't believe you would say, I can't believe you would feel that way. I can't believe you would think that way. I'm like, it's not my fault. You've told me this like for 6 months.
I'm sensitive.
You're sensitive, but like I condition easily. I got scarred. I got scarred. So then she's like, I would never ignore your injury for filming. I'm like, well, I didn't think so.
Well, some days it's more iffy than others.
So yeah, I did have a stupid look in my face to connect the dots at the time.
But you know what? I think it's nice that
It's not like your grandson, not like our children ask for advice, but
No, because our kids think they know everything.
Just because we have not finished out our lives with with successful relationships doesn't mean we don't know a thing or two.
Yeah.
So, by the way,
hey, Matt, we know a dumpster fire when we light one, don't we?
We do. So, if you have any, if at our shows or even online or such, if you ever have any relationship questions,
oh God,
we're happy to field them.
Pretty quiet in here now, isn't it?
Am I wrong?
No. Well, actually, if you have any questions about anything, whether it's the entertainment business or what we do with our dog.
Let's see. Holly, do you need to, send them, please. That was for the birds that you had said.
Oh,
okay.
Here they both are, Holly.
Oh, there they go. Flying south for the winter.
These actually run too. He gets them a lot more often than anybody else.
Several times a day. If I have a deficiency, I always wonder what I did wrong to not get my.
Oh, you usually get them before breakfast is done.
Yeah, true.
But we've been working hard today at not doing a lot.
Yeah, I think we have a movie in our. Oh, I'm very, very excited that yesterday I sharpened a couple knives, and today I'm going to sharpen a few more. Who would have
that doesn't scar me at all.
No, who would have thought that would have been like a fun thing to do? But you know what?
I think that
if you're gonna cook,
that should be a Zen thing for you. I think that's very cool.
If you're gonna cook, you really no matter what kind of knife you have,
and you're gonna polish them.
That sounded naughty. Yes, I'm going. Did you mean it to sound like that?
No, no, and you're the only one that thinks it sounds that way because you're a little twisted.
Okay, here's a little here's a little poll, so to speak.
Well, I wouldn't call it a little poll.
Did anybody else think that sounded just a little possibly naughty?
Please, somebody tell him that it wasn't.
I'm going to polish him off today. So and
look, once again, you see, nobody.
So then I think we're gonna. So we watched a movie last night.
The Courier.
The Courier with a young lady who was in Hitman. Oh gosh, I think she was also in a movie.
47.
I think The November Man with Pierce Brosnan.
Did we watch that one?
We haven't seen that one yet. Although I know how to stream it. And
don't wink at me. That scares me.
And so we watched The Courier, which also had, and I can't think of his name for the moment.
I can't either, but he was really good, really, really good.
It
was a good movie. I think we could make it better.
It had some dialogue issues. It definitely had some editing issues. It had a soundtrack issue, and it could have been made better. But it was a fun plot. I thought it was well acted.
Yeah, the acting wasn't bad at all.
So
that's what did we? Yeah. That's what we watched yesterday. What are we going to watch today?
Today, I think we're going to watch with John Travolta and Jonathan Meyer. Yeah. We're going to watch From Paris with Love.
And also, don't we have another one on the list too? A Denzel one?
Oh, I think you're going to find that depressing.
Oh, maybe not right now.
There's a Denzel movie called Man on Fire. And that's a story about I don't remember if he was military or law enforcement, but had retired, kind of down on his luck.
Oh, that's right.
Drinking too much, kind of a sad sack. And he gets talked into doing private security for this family, I think in Mexico, and absolutely develops a lovely relationship with a very young daughter who then she's ultimately kidnapped. And he now finds a new sense of purpose to find the kidnapped child. And he goes on a rampage.
But you see, the problem and the reason that I didn't remember anything was because you realize once you say Denzel,
Man on Fire was fabulous. You said Benedict Cumberbatch. No, that's not who we're talking about. And now he played Commissioner Gordon in the 3 Batman movies. He played Winston Churchill in Darkest Hour. He played the bad guy in Fifth Element. And I know who he is, and I'm drawing a blank on his name at the moment.
But look, we can't Google it because
they're all being used. But an absolutely wonderful actor. In fact, after we watched The Courier, I said, watch that guy, look at that guy, look at that guy, look at the guy, get that locked in your mind. And when the movie was over, I played one scene from Darkest Hour where we played Winston Churchill, unrecognizable.
Yeah, you wouldn't have known. It was great.
Joanne Altman Hensley.
Hello, Joanne.
And Aniki says, me. But I'm not sure what that's in reference to.
We took a poll. You took a poll.
Oh, yeah. Thank you. Oh my God. Thank you so much. Thank you, Naniki.
Do you remember what the poll
I know
was?
what the poll was. The poll was about you talking naughty about knives. Yeah. Flip's gonna polish them off. Like, why would you do that lip movement for no good reason? That was
I have why do you do this?
Happy birthday, Mr. President. Sorry.
What is wrong with you?
Now back to our regularly scheduled program.
Here's what he's doing too. And see, you think I don't know stuff, but I do know things. You know that, right?
I know you know things.
Mm-hmm.
Gary Oldman. Thank you. You're absolutely right. Gary Oldman.
Yes, that's the one.
Love Gary Oldman. Great actor.
Earlier today, I tried to do something nice for somebody and I got slapped down.
Smacked for no good reason.
Yeah. And it wasn't the people that I was trying to do things for. We can't go into it, and I'm not going to, and we really don't.
Could. We're not going to.
We're not going to, because it would wind up hurting people that I love and care about a lot, and so do you.
Yeah, true.
Yeah. And
you take this one, Rene. I'm going to sit and listen.
Okay. So here's what happens. He knows that I am very sensitive. You all might not see it. I'm a very sensitive person. My feelings get hurt very easily.
Under certain circumstances, not all the time, not always, not with many things. Certain, like anybody, that, you have certain sensitive areas, and if someone kind of steps over the line, she feels it.
So all weekend, we had been talking about whether we were going to do a podcast because the weather's crappy. And we go, maybe there are other people like us, which is you guys, just sitting around and nothing to do. And we can all talk and have some fun. And last night, I really wanted to do the podcast, but he couldn't stay awake after we watched the movie.
That's not a fib. That's an out and out lie.
Well, one of us was
one of us did.
Could not stay awake after the movie, so we couldn't do it.
Not for love or money.
No, I was out like a light. So then earlier today, I said, let's do it this afternoon. We'll do a Sunday Funnies.
Yeah.
And then after this person kicked me in the
crouch. After this try, I'll tell you why I say crouch, just so you know.
And that kind of kicked me in the kneecap and was like, he goes, come on, let's do the podcast. And I went, no, I'm good. Let's just do the podcast. And when we finish that, and I tweeted is that you wanted to do the podcast because you knew that would make me feel a whole lot better.
Well, we have fun doing it. And by the way, just so you know, most everyone watching is dealing with weather events.
Yeah.
Right? I will say,
except for
but Holly Janine in 70-degree weather on a Sunday afternoon is still taking time out to watch. So,
and I appreciate that.
So it's not that it means more, because you can go out and do stuff, but it's nice that even though you can go out and do stuff, that you're still sitting wherever you are and watching. And for the rest of you, if you're like us, kind of shut-ins for the day or for the next couple of days, we just thought it'd be fun to sort of share some time hanging out.
Yeah. But I also know you knew how bad I wanted to do it. You thought it'd make me feel better. Am I right or wrong? Don't lie to me.
I can neither confirm nor deny your assertion.
He's been doing this for a lot of weeks now. And that means I busted him, caught. And I appreciate it because doing these are fun for me. I spent a lot of time, believe it or not wanting to be in the public, not wanting to talk to friends, not wanting to do anything. And now it's hard to keep me from doing it.
So when I first got married on my 4th go around, I had moved to Louisiana, and my 4th wife, I'm one of those kind of guys, especially with the job I have where I've got a lot of flexibility with my schedule and a fair amount of free time. I mean, I work a couple hours a night whenever I'm on the road, but when I'm home and I've got all kinds of free time. So anytime my wife had something she needed to do, I would always offer to go with her. So including doctor's appointments, whether it's taking her to the dentist, not that she doesn't drive, she does, but like, do you want moral support? And even if she goes into whatever the room is and I sit in the lobby, it's like, moral support, whatever. So, and sometimes she would take me up on it and other times not. And it didn't matter what the doctor's appointment was, not that she went a bunch, but, the normal routine, whatever. So, including like the annual, like, if you want to go, if you don't want to, like, you go by yourself, care, and I'm going to wait in the waiting room, but I'm happy to go. So one day, fairly newly married.
This can't end well.
No.
I know this, man. This can't end well.
So one day we're fairly newly married.
I'd like to apologize to everybody.
And we're at our neighbor's house, a lovely couple. And so during the course of conversation, the wife of our neighbor, like our next door neighbors, mentioned that like on the next day or two, she was going to the OBGYN, just the normal annual whatever. So I said to her husband, I go, oh, are you going with your? And she jumped up from the couch and she goes, what's he going to go for? Like, he's not going to be in the room with me, and all they're going to do is they're going to go up my crotch. And she complete with hand movement. All they're going to do is go up my crotch. And she said that once and once only, and I giggled. And this was like 1990, and I'm still giggling. And from 1990 on, I've never said.
A lot of shit happened to you in 1990, did it?
Yeah, it did. But from 1990, I've never said crotch ever since.
What that hand movement is now.
That's what she did. I've never been in the lady.
Hey, you know what? We survived this story. We actually survived it without getting a mark from YouTube or anything. I'm afraid now this is where the focus group usually thinks.
No, I'm just saying
you screw it up.
No, I'm just saying I'd never been inside the exam room with that particular doctor during that kind of exam.
Well, why would you?
No, but I just have to believe that no doctor does this. So that was her interpretation of don't be stupid. Of course he's not going. And I just thought that was wildly funny.
Okay. And we're going to leave it right here. Does everybody see why I'm going? Just stop him now.
No, there's nothing more to the story. That's the story.
Yes, but then here's what he does. We'll get to this point of any story he tells. We believe to be unscathed.
I wish there was backstory. I wish there was more explanation.
And then to make it more clear.
And not understand the story?
No, we also.
I know there's nothing.
Look, I don't care if you don't understand it. Please, to people that you wouldn't even believe.
It's not even like she did like her impression using her hand, like of a speculum. It's not even like she tried to make it accurate. She just did this. And I thought it was funny.
Okay. Boy, do we got to get out of here. We got other stuff to do.
Wait, is it? And on that note.
Well, we're unscathed. I am running, not walking out of this conversation. Actually, you were very well, but no.
They're not ghosts. You're safe. It's okay.
At least we know when the wind blows outside
Yeah,
because
that's
she
important.
starts. No, actually, you were very funny telling stories, but oh my, do you scare the bejesus out of me a lot of times?
All I'm saying is it had such an impression on me since from 1990. I've never forgotten.
Yeah, isn't that amazing? You didn't forget that, but you couldn't remember my phone number from 1990.
You changed your number. And I'm not psychic. Hypnotist, psychic, I'm this. I'm not that. Yeah, I see what you're doing. Are you polishing that story?
Well, let's just say I won't be out in the kitchen with you while you're doing the knife. You be alone with your knife polishing gods.
Oh, so I mentioned max velocity. I'm going to give you another thing for anybody who does sharpen a knife now and again. If you use a whetstone, that's a real word. I didn't make it up. If you use I got something called what's it called? It's like a bridge, and it actually fits into your sink, and it holds the whetstone securely so that you actually have a place to sharpen the knife, and you can even put it under like a slightly running faucet to keep the whetstone. God, which word do you use? Wet, lubricated? What?
I'd like to apologize to anybody that sharpens knives.
This is such a good tool. I used it yesterday for the first time.
That's funny. That's exactly what I said about you. He's such a good tool.
Trying to give it. I got it at Chef's Knives to Go. This whetstone holding bridge that goes in your sink. And if you ever use a whetstone, I'm telling you what, they don't sponsor us. I don't get a commission. I'm not giving you a link for a 5% discount where I can get a nickel. I'm just saying I used it for the first time yesterday, and it was amazing how well it worked. And I really, really, really like it. And I just wanted to pass along to all of you, I think, a helpful hint, a tip.
You're taking people that I know from school and giving them tips about sharpening knives. Obviously, you didn't look around town very well, did you?
Still trying to be a helper.
Oh my God. I hope you guys have had fun this afternoon. I've had a blast.
It has been fun.
Thank you.
Oh, thank you. And for all of you, you know what? The storm's not over.
This is going to be a rough week for people, I think.
Be safe. Stay inside if you can. Don't get on the roads unless you absolutely have to. After video of cars and even light trucks that are stuck in the snow. So you know what? Stay home.
And most of all, some of you people on here are our age range. We have no business being out pushing cars. This is when a lot of people die of heart attacks and stuff like that. Pushing cars in the snow.
Not me, because my good Samaritan nature kind of starts and stops with me begging people to be safe. And that, like, I'm out.
He says that, but he's one of the kindest, most gentlest people I've ever met, which is why we did this podcast today. It was very sweet. Well, yeah, but look at you all of a sudden, like, let's don't talk about that kind of stuff. Let's talk.
Be great.
I did always wonder why you said it that way.
See, I've never told
the story. No, you never told me that story.
By the way, if you ever watch movies or even real life or whatever, oftentimes you know that when there's a bad guy, when possible, a woman in the movie, maybe even in real life, will either kick or knee the guy in the crotch. True or not true?
True.
Absolutely true. So the movie yesterday, The Courier, I was wildly amused. By the way, I don't ever want this to happen. I don't think this is a real life scenario, strictly for the movies, just because I thought, you know what? It's kind of fun when the shoe's on the other foot.
Wait a second.
What?
I would like to apologize to all the women who are going to hear this because you're going to think he's a little bit strange. Okay, I'll give you that he's a little bit strange, but he would never want this to happen.
Anyone ever, not in real life, not ever.
No.
But for the movies where it's such a common thing for a woman to kick a guy. Oh, wait, this is from Naniki. Finally, and although it's not freezing here on the island, I'm enjoying my first Sunday off, enjoying some fun laughs. So thank you. Oh, and there's more, but I don't know if I can get to it.
Oh, that's your phone. That's not my phone. So I
so thank you both. Okay.
Oh, that's really sweet. Thank you, Nancy from Wilmington.
So in a turn of events, shoe on the other foot, only for the movie, strictly for entertainment. Not that it happened, only with stunt people involved. At some point, this very, very bad guy hits the very, very good heroine, the woman, right in the crouch. Right in the crouch.
Yes, and it was hard to keep him on the sofa, and still he was like, "Did you see that?"
I laughed, and you know what? If we had had the ability, I'd have rewound and watched it again. Not that I ever want a woman abused, ever,
No.
in any circumstances, ever. But for the movies, just for the movies, I thought that was a funny scene. Just saying.
I know, and it's so funny because you are like sweet. Oh, look, Daddy-O.
Where?
Daddy-O, right here.
Oh,
Isn't that Daddy-O?
it sure is. He says, "Hola," he's speaking Spanish like he does. I know he knows.
Oh, there's good news, Kevin, because boy, Flip can't speak it to enough people.
No, I know he knows at least 1 or 2 words. He just.
Well, you know what, Kevin, what I like about it is I can hear you laughing on the other end like I can when he's ordering Cuban coffee.
There's a chance he could have shot his wad with that one word right there. I don't know. Maybe he knows agua. Maybe he knows loco en la cabeza. He might know baño. Cerveza. Leche.
You know what? I'd almost be ready to choke you, except you did such a good thing today.
Which thing? Oh, the podcast. I thought you meant breakfast. Breakfast was fun.
Oh, breakfast. Oh, breakfast was really good
yummy
today.
Breakfast was yummy.
Breakfast is good every day. It's actually great every day.
Okay, quick recipe. You'll never do it. I know that you won't. You put a little bit of olive oil in a frying pan along with some butter. I like both. You get a little extra fats. With that, you pour directly into the pan any combination of these spices: onion powder, garlic powder, cumin, sage, basil, is it rosemary? Not rosemary.
Thyme.
Thyme. Yeah. What are we growing in the garden? The stalk.
Scallions.
No, the stalks that we use for the pork. And Italian seasoning and a little bit of oregano. You then go
sage. Basil.
What's that? What's that little tree that we did?
Rosemary.
I did say, yeah, I put some rosemary in there too.
Oh, you did?
I did.
Okay,
yeah.
I did.
So you take all those spices along with the butter and the oil. You turn on this.
Time out, real quick. The reason we use so much oil is because I am low carbohydrate, almost to the place of being keto. A lot of stuff if you're not on that kind of diet, but basically it takes your body from burning sugars for energy to burning fats. So I need more fat in my diet because I don't use any carbohydrates.
But not all fats are created equal, and so we try to use healthy fat, which would be in most cases
so he does that.
Grass-fed butter and olive oil.
Yeah, and he makes sure I get that. That's why if it seems like it might be too fatty for you, it's good fats.
So you take the olive oil and butter, you melt it along with all those spices that are now already in the skillet, and you kind of saute the spices to kind of bring out the fragrant
Oh, the
flavors.
house smells amazing when you're cooking.
Then to that I added, and again, add what you want, but I added onions, jalapenos, some bacon bits, some pepperoni, and I think that was it.
Tomato.
Oh, not yet. Tomato later. So then you take the pepperoni, the bacon, the jalapenos, and the onions, and you saute those for a while. Then you've already cracked open your eggs and you scrambled them, and then you pour that into the already simmering vegetables, meats, and spices, and then cook to your like I don't like my eggs runny. You don't like runny, so we kind of cook them. When they're about 3/4 done, to that we add some tomatoes and some of the tomato juice from a can of tomatoes. And then when they're done cooking, you put them on the plate, about half. You put half on the plate, and then I put some cheddar cheese and a smattering of sour cream. And then you put the rest of the eggs on top. So the hot eggs, both top and bottom, melt the cheese and the sour cream. And then voila.
Oh my God, it was so good. And we're not talking the Cracker Barrel size scrambled eggs.
Oh no, we're talking,
There are many days where we eat roast
and we can't eat another meal.
No, we're not eating another meal. Sometimes at night we have peanuts. That's a big deal. That kills my cravings for potato chips and things like that. He's been so good at making sure that everything I get fits my diet plan, and I'm so thankful that I'm still losing weight even while I'm here.
We eat well, but everything we eat, at least I always try to use natural ingredients, good fats, high in protein, as low in carb as we possibly can, no added sugars.
And that you talk about the tomatoes and the eggs. Now, I'll tell you what, those are some of the nicest, sweetest tomatoes I've ever had.
It's funny because we tried it a bunch of different ways, and what I found at least works best. I never knew that what order you put things into a. Only recently did I put all the spices in with the oil and butter and cook it first, and it really opened up the flavor of the spices. And then to add in the onions, the pepperoni, the bacon, the jalapenos. Sometimes we'll add in green pepper or mushrooms, something along those lines. But then you mix it all together, and it becomes really flavorful. And then to add the eggs, to that, and then the finishing touches by adding the tomatoes and whatever juice from the tomatoes in about 3/4 of the way through the cooking. It doesn't make them mushy, but it kind of sweetens them a little bit.
It's really sweet, and it's really good.
Can't tell you why, but I can tell you that's what it seems to do for us.
And it's funny because Flip had started doing the cooking videos, the spicing it up with. You know what? Those take a long time. They take a long time to video.
Well, I'm going to sound like sour grapes.
No, let me do it.
Okay.
I got this. I'm your manager. I'm here to help.
Take it away, Rene.
And it takes a very long time to film. Takes a very long time to set up. It's just to set up for filming. And yes, Flip and I own a production company, and we really do. We are working on a couple of documentaries, and to set up for a film shoot of your cooking videos isn't anything new. And it's not that big a deal, but it takes a lot of time.
And what makes it really complicated is that I do not have, but it's a horrible setup. The
TV studio.
Yeah.
So what we do is it takes us an hour to an hour and a half to set up to do the cooking video, then to cook the food, and of course, then I'm stuck eating all that good food,
That's a problem.
It's a problem. I've had to eat all kinds of really good food, and, I just can't hardly, keep up at that rate. But even more so, to edit the film to come out. See, you guys think it's like a cooking show that maybe takes 10 minutes that you watch on video. there's probably a good 20 hours involved in it,
Yeah,
at least.
if we put out a 10 to a 20-minute cooking video, all time in, from the setup to the shoot, to the breakdown, to the editing, to the rendering, to the uploading, it's like a 10-15 minute video is 20 hours.
Yeah, that's 20 hours of work. And Flip's been doing one a week up until we left on the road. As much as we love that people watch him, there are not an influx and a ton of people watching them. So we have decided that our time would be better spent maybe doing one cooking video every 2 to 3 weeks.
Yeah, I think that's it. Just, you know what, for the cost benefit analysis, it just there's a lot of work that goes in for not a lot of views, and so I still love. I'm always going to cook because I love to cook, because I think they're fun, but because again, it's about
Expanding the booking part of our little organization.
right. We've got 2 interns. We got to give them work to do.
And here's the thing, he and I are coming up on a year of when we've reconnected and started to put things together. And we are really getting a feeling of what we want to do. One of the things that I have been really surprised at is there are a lot of venues that aren't being taken care of by their booking agents. And they want to switch booking agents, but they didn't know who to go with. And we are happy to give them that option.
Yeah, I mean, if they want to take us up on it, we're available.
Yeah. Between the two of us, 70 years experience. So any of you, if you in fact have a corporate event, trade show, country club, anything like that, get in touch with us.
Nightclub, theater. Yeah.
Yeah. Our thing is we can book anybody, any place. We will get you the right comedian. Tired of being thrown in places where
Right.
and they're still doing that.
It's not just a matter, you don't want just a warm body on a stage. You actually are looking for the type of venue, the type of crowd. You want to find the comic that's really going to fit that environment and that audience. And you're like producing a show. You're actually putting together a show that's right for that night, right for that audience. And it takes a little extra work, but it's well worth it.
It's so much worth it. And the thing of it is, we also have a lot of contacts in this business that we've been building up our resumes for over 30 years. So there you go. Actually, I already found the best one in my Rolodex.
Yeah. Anyone I know?
Yeah, actually, you do. He passed away a few years ago, but see, I just did.
You
that.
threw me curveball. By the way, here's a name that you have not heard before, but a friend of mine from the Dallas area is now viewing on Road Comics Adventures Live. Stephen Boyer.
Stephen Boyer. Well, it's nice to meet you, Stephen Boyer.
Yep. He's just on the list of names. He's just below Daddy-O Kevin.
Stephen is from the Denver.
Dallas. Based on the food conversation that I was making him hungry.
Well, I'm not hungry because that was the breakfast I ate this morning.
You know what?
And
It's so funny.
I eat many mornings. Stephen, if you want to see pictures of it, you can look for Rene Bray because I posted pictures of it. I don't know if you have
Yes.
it on your page.
Rene, last name Bray, Braw. What? He may not know how to spell your name.
Neither do you.
Rene?
Mm-hmm.
B-
AW.
I just meant why. I know how to spell your name.
I know what you said, W.
Bray.
Ask him. Ask everybody
No,
on there.
I believe you. I just don't know how it happened.
I don't know either.
I nodded off for a moment and a W came in. It's Bray. I know how to spell your name.
But you know what? Going back to what I was going to say right before you told me about Stephen. Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, we are nice. But you have
My
some
peop-
amazing
my
people
people
too. You know how I feel.
Yeah. And by the
about
way, for all my people that are watching this now or sometime in the future,
Holly Janine, you know,
I know like,
she and I are like this.
Renee and I are partners. Anytime you talk to me, you're talking to her. Anytime you talk to her, you're talking to me. You can say hello to both of us. We're partners.
Yeah. Uh, until he chokes.
And then all bets are off. There's going to be good video that's going to go viral.
But you guys can still be my friend, and you can see me doing a viral video.
He said Flip tries.
Steven, welcome to my world of friends.
All right. Ooh, look at the time.
Actually, I am so thrilled that I was able to find you, because actually this goes to why we should be booking rooms, because I got a call from a client who I booked who said she wanted somebody that would blow the roof off of the event that she was responsible for. And I said, I know exactly who you need. I haven't seen him for 35 years, but I will find out if he is still working and if he's still alive. And then
I mean, not to call you.
2 weeks later, we decided to talk about.
Because she had changed and get hold of her for like 30 years, 35 years, whatever it was. And so we had a lot of catching up to do. But we eventually talked about the gig and we went ahead and booked it. And it's coming
March
up in
8th.
March.
March 8th. It's a corporate gig. But that's exactly why I'm glad we're expanding our booking business. Maybe this was one of the many things that we were meant to be doing.
Yeah, meant to be.
And what's funny is some of our clients actually watch the podcast.
Nice.
And still think it's a good idea to hire us.
Dude, you know what? We may be a train wreck, but I'll tell you this. We have 70 plus years of experience in comedy. We know comedy. You know more comics than I do, but we know a lot of comics, and we understand what it takes to put together a good show. So,
and not only that, I'll tell you what we are also. You and I are good, solid people, just as human beings and people. And we like to have a good time. Life can be really hard. There's no sense in making it harder when you can make it this much fun.
Absolutely.
So with that being said,
I'd
say, you know what? I'm Rene Bray.
Flip Orley.
We're Road Comics Adventures Live.
You're so silly.
And what else?
We are at bitches. We think that's cool. We know it's not cool. We're being silly because we think it's funny.